Hey folks, it's Mojo's Tracks Day 33. Well, guess what? Mojo has moved. I came down here to the last location of Mojo where he spent the winter, and here's what I found. I looked right up here where he actually sat for the last several months, and here's his hole. But no Mojo. That is the form where Mojo slept all winter. Only about 2 inches deep, a lot shallower than I originally had thought, but I never disturbed him, so I wasn't 100% sure. Just barely under the leaves. As you can see, here's the top of the leaf litter. Not even as deep as my hand. So obviously either he's alive or something has gotten him and eaten him or just carried him off. So let's go see if we can find him. Well, the receiver is telling me that he's moved pretty much to the due south. Pretty much due south. So let's go see if we can find him. Boy, it's thick in here. I'm gonna have to be careful. I don't want to step on him. So I better put the camera away. There he is. Boy, he's moved a good distance through some really thick stuff. But he's back out in a little bit more of an open area now. This is a dry wash that during periods of heavy rain becomes a torrent of water. He's in a spot where he would easily get washed away, but it could be the water that drew him down here. He was probably really thirsty after hibernating for, oh gosh, 4.5 months or so in the same spot. According to my calculations, Mojo has moved 121 feet southwest down here into this dry wash. Take a look. Well, there he is. I'm not going to bother him. It looks like he's tried to excavate himself back inside the hill a little more. Probably because instinctually he's aware that it could get cold at night. Still, despite the fact that it is spring now. So he's dug himself a little form. He may even dig himself in a little deeper. We'll keep track of him and see. I can't see his head, but as far as I can tell, he looks fine. His transmitter's still in place, just as it should be. It's great to see that one of the turtles has moved. He's the first. I'm gonna go check on Bones tomorrow and see how he's doing. But there's Mojo. The interesting thing is that he moved during the last week, during a period of, well, let's see, it was really warm to start with, but then the nights got down in the high 20s, and there were a couple of days there where it didn't get over about 40. So, wow, a reptile out moving around in this weather? Box turtles are amazing. So I guess you're probably wondering what kind of equipment I use to collect all this wonderful information on Mojo and the other turtles. Well, I'll show you. Well, the first of these instruments is a GPS unit. And if you look closely, you can see this unit has 3 satellites. And you can see the 3 bars at the bottom. That's showing the strength of the satellites. And these satellites work together to give you a coordinate, which is the exact location of Mojo. And just in front of Mojo is a thermometer showing the soil temperature. Down here we have another thermometer that is recording the air temperature at the location on the ground level. It also records relative humidity, barometric pressure, elevation, and various other bits of data that we don't really need at the moment, and wind speed. There, I blew on it. I got it going. There we go. Shows the wind speed and direction, of course, by which way I point the unit. And then, of course, the all-purpose handy-dandy field guide. Got to record your information, or what good is it to collect if you're not going to save it and keep it for later statistical analysis? We can learn a lot from the temperature, humidity, location, the types of plants growing at the site, such as here we have yellow poplar, the ever-present holly, American holly, black walnut, various grasses, Christmas fern, not not-to-mention all kinds of greenbrier, multiflora rose, blackberry, and you can see the dry wash again. I'm sure a week ago when it rained almost 5 inches, this was a raging torrent. And I'm sure, well actually I know Mojo wasn't here because I had located him about a week ago. Well, now I'm going to have to locate him about twice a week because he's obviously decided it's time to move. So I'm going to leave him alone and come back in a few days, Friday, and see if he has moved. If he has, I will weigh him and see if he's gained or lost. I don't see why he would have gained, but you never know. So stay tuned.